the worst trend of all time is that now movies are being shot in a certain way that it can trend on reels, or songs are being shot in a certain way, and I think we're losing the charm of what we were actually going out to do.
I think movies are supposed to be entertaining too.
For actors, coming to shoot is half the difficult part. The part is to get till there, to get a shoot. I've seen actors who've been shortlisted and then probably cancelled. And there are multiple actors जिनके साथ ये होता है.
What is it like for being a woman? There has been so many times that people don't give work to a woman. They're like dicey. So has that kind of thing ever happened with you, or I don't want to get this thing out in controversy. Hello and welcome to another episode of Filterless Talk by Catalyst Crew, a podcast show where we strip away the noise and get real. Today we have with us someone who's going to give insights from Bollywood. Yes, Bollywood lovers, this one is for you. And we're going to get a lot of gossips directly from the sets of Hira Mandi, because she's none other than assistant director of Hira Mandi, who has worked with Sanjay Leela Bhansali very closely. Let's get real with Wama Gaur on The Filterless. Hi Wama, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? And thank you so much for the intro. I think it's you really oversold me. I am but really, happy to be here and happy to be talking to you after so long.
Yeah.
And I hope we can have like a great conversation.
I just don't know if my audience knows this, but you were the first person to introduce me to theatre, to the world of drama. And I'm so grateful to all of that, that when that happened, I decided to start something for myself. So thank you so much for that, actually.
I mean, I'm so glad like to see you doing this and yet to be here, and just to see you grow and just to see you create your own empire and be here. So I think that in itself is something that I am proud of, and I just hope that Filterless becomes, it reaches the peak.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, before we dive straight into your journey as a director and everything, I know for a fact that you are more than just an assistant director or a director. So, I would like to know, how was your journey? Like, how a little girl, Wama, went and from her childhood and went straight into all of these things. And when did media touch you?
Okay, so I think we like you and me and all of us. I grew up in a very quintessential, open-minded family, but there was some kind of a friction in terms of media. Although I learned the first thing that I ever did in my life, which was creative, was join dance classes, which my mother actually pushed me to do when I was 4 years old. So I started doing Bharatanatyam at that age, but I don't think creativity actually came and hit me till the time I started writing poems for like essays and everything in college and school. And I particularly remember that I used to be extremely excited for like English exams and essay writing in English. And I think that is somewhere where I started getting the appreciation and the recognition in my family and in school. And I started, probably thinking that maybe this is what I like to do. This is where I feel extremely creative, because when you're doing something creative, you feel a creative high. So I think writing in school, even though it was like small stories or whatever, I think that is something that actually got me to discover my creative self. From there, I didn't know that I had that theater Kida in me, even though I know I was like a full drama queen and everyone around me
that
could
we all
completely
know.
agree. But my grandfather used to do a lot of theater, and I think during his time doing theater, it was more for like survival, even though he was super creative, and he still is. He's 85 and he still writes poems for my grandmother. So I had that kind of a creative person to look up to in my family. But again, I think theater was something which was कि यार ये मत करो, ये this is not going to be your lifestyle. And बच्चे को जब बोलते हो चॉकलेट मत खा, उसको चॉकलेट खाने का मन करता है. So that is what happened, I guess. In school, one of my, I think a production company and a few directors had come to direct an annual day function. And my friends were performing like a small play, and they're like, listen, we have one character less. Can you please do this? My dialogue was, oh, darling, I'm going to die. And that was it. And I did that. And I think they really liked my performance. And they said, will you act? And I said, listen, I've not acted before. I only dance. And we had 1 month, or I think 1 or 3 months, I don't remember. But we had like intensive training. And that's when I think I realized that I really love this. And if theater was as booming as Bollywood, and if it could be a career as lucrative, I don't think I would have even gotten into films, which is a very weird thing to say because I love movies. But so I think that was my journey.
I think for almost all the creative people out there, you never start with one thing. You always are like complemented with this thing, that thing, and all together. And these are like your small hobbies. So when you also introduced me to theater, whosoever has done theater, they know that the activities that we do just to get trained for theater are the activities that make you actually happy to do it. Like the improv planning, and then the script writings, then just doing a small mime, act small, and all those
trust
things
exercises.
like trust exercises, exactly. So all of that makes you fall in love with theater.
I think it also shapes you as an individual, because improv is such an important thing just for people to live. Like like I always say that if you're acting, तुम रास्ते पे भी अगर जा रहे हो और अगर तुम भाजी वाले के साथ भी conversation कर रहे हो, that is you're changing your personality from somebody who is scrolling on the phone at home to going down and actually having a conversation and manipulating that conversation. And improv is basically that.
Exactly.
So I think theater just made me who I am.
It shapes the whole personality of a particular person. So whatever activities, it's not just going to help you on stage, but off stage in your life also. And that, I guess, I also noticed the same thing, and it's very much relatable. So how did you get into all of this and then shift into directly Bollywood? So was it different than doing what theater is and then getting into films?
So
transition, what does that transition looks like?
So honestly, theater is something that I was very heavily invested in. And I think I spent my college life just doing theater.
We all know 72 plays,
Only
writing plays.
Yeah, writing, directing, acting. I think that is all I did. But I think that actually helped me because I think I had some kind of guidance from home as well, that listen, if you want to do theater, or if you want to do anything in life, you need to be the best. You can't be mediocre, especially in a creative field, because if you are, you won't survive. So I think what I strived to be was the best. In that chakkar, somewhere I felt that I should also make a short film. I should also go there, because I think somewhere in the back of my head, I knew that I don't come from a place where I'll be able to do theater and survive and sustain, which is actually a very bad thing. And I think the theater circuit should boom. But again, I think I made my first short film, and I made it with my friends. And I felt, okay, you know what, this is something different, because theater doesn't teach you how to think in terms of angles and cuts and close-ups. And that's what film did. And you can't make a mistake when you're doing a play.
Definitely.
But you can change the story on
everything.
edit. Yeah. So that's what happened. And I think when I made my first big short film with Megha Gadge, which is Gungru, and when it did well, and when people saw it and they liked it, there was some kind of confidence that I had in myself. And I really was craving and striving I want to learn.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say I'm in Bollywood, I think, because Bollywood is around us.
Definitely.
So you can, and all of us
Are
are
you
in.
filmy kid by birth?
I am
Like a
absolutely,
complete. It looks
absolutely.
like it
I am
complete.
absolutely.
It just comes on your face like, ye full drama queen by
Yeah,
birth.
like let me tell you a small incident. I was very bad at maths. I still am. Okay, and I got I got like very bad marks or something. And then and then while we were eating, कुछ टाइम पहले ही मैंने मेरे रिजल्ट्स दिखाए होंगे कि ऐसे ऐसे, फिर डिनर कर रहे थे हमारे, ओम शांति ओम चल रही थी. And I'm saying dialogue पे dialogue, and my father just turns and he's like, सब डायलॉग याद है? I said हाँ. He's like, मैथ्स नहीं आता, कुछ पढ़ाई नहीं आती और डायलॉग याद है. And I was like, oh shit. But then
ये तो मैं भूल ही गई
ये
कि
तो
ये
मैं
तो
भूल ही गई. And that time I was just like, oh god, okay. But I think that also was also another incident is I used to be scared to swim because I used to feel कि अंदर से क्रोकोडाइल आ जाएगा, या फिर ब्लैक वाटर देखी थी मैंने, तो आई थॉट कि अभी जॉज टाइप सिचुएशन हो जाएगा,
Filmy trauma.
filmy trauma. And I was like a kid, and my father was like, listen, if you really want to if you come and swim with me today, I'll take you for Mehuna for the second time. This is the second time.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, okay.
Done.
उसके बाद कुछ हुआ, घर पे गुस्सा किया किसी ने, एंड आई वाज अपसेट एंड माय ग्रैंडफादर्स लाइक, चल आई टेक यू फॉर Mehuna, एंड आई एम एक्सट्रीमली एक्साइटेड अगेन. सो दैट इज हाउ फिल्मी आई एम.
Okay, understood.
So that was always there. But I think I am blessed and privileged that I got the opportunity to get in the circle of people who I really admire and look up to. And I got the opportunity to be there and still be there.
Right thing, right place, right time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that thing works.
Maybe, yeah.
Definitely. And I think I have also seen Ghungru, and at the same time, Ghungru got featured on Hotstar. So obviously, that is also a huge achievement for somebody who's just doing a short film, like in the initial stage.
That was the biggest thing for me at that point of time. I was just 19 years old.
Yeah.
And even a 1 month exclusive screening on Hotstar was so special and
good,
big for
yeah.
me. And I think that somewhere gave me the confidence. And I had, of course, I have not trained or learned filmmaking. Everything that I've learned is from the internet. So
True.
it was somewhere, a nail in the.
And more than that, you've directed more than 50 plays, and you're also teaching, and then you're also going to schools and teaching drama. So wearing all these different hats, how does it work for you? Like, what does the schedule looks like for you?
Like, the industry that we're in, we are usually freelancers. We whatever job we get is what we do, right? So I prioritize, let's say, if I'm doing an advertisement, or if I'm working on a feature, I don't have time to do anything else. But I love that, I can go to schools, because that is where I feel most creatively satisfied, is because honestly, they, the kids,
Yeah,
or even the
most
younger,
genuine form.
yeah, they're so genuine and they're so creative, and they'll come up with ideas you can never even think of.
Yeah.
So I honestly love doing that, but I think I'm very much focused in whatever I'm doing whenever I'm doing that. And when you love doing something, you just
never going to stop doing that.
you never feel like I'm
Tired
writing abhi, or I'm tired, or I can't do this. Like, even after the podcast, I'm going to go home and write.
Agreed.
So I really want to, keep on doing, because I enjoy doing that.
True
That's
that,
like
true that.
that's like
No,
my
I
hobby.
completely understand, because me being a founder of my agency, then doing the show, having my own page to manage as Instagram influencer. So all of this hats I also keep on wearing, and it just constantly feels like I'm never tired of it.
Exactly.
At home, I go back to home, I sleep peacefully, that at least I'm doing what I love the most.
Exactly.
So every day is something new learnings. And when you said that you love going to schools, I think that teaching is much of a bigger teacher. When you want to learn something, I always say this, that if you want to learn something, you start teaching.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have learned so much from either the college students or the kids in school, because of the ideas that they come up with. And their minds are just so fresh that they just bring things to you and you feel like, yeah, this is so fresh, this is so good. Like sometimes, I just give them a word that your color is pink and yours is brown, and now make an entire story and bring it
In
to
pink
me.
and brown, yeah.
And they'll get you something which is out of the world in science fiction and even emotionally so mature. Some of the students are so mature that you feel inspired.
And I think every generation keeps on changing with their thoughts and
Yeah,
with their
yeah.
creativity.
And you can
because
see
of
that.
yeah, and it is very so. Like if you see the upcoming Gen Alpha, they are so enthusiastic of learning things, and they learn also very fast. So they're matured by birth. I feel
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, absolutely. And I think exposure also. Like I remember knowing of a touchscreen phone when I was in the later years of my school.
Yeah.
But I think today children are born with that, so the information is there.
Yeah.
They don't need to open the
Definitely.
Oxford Dictionary.
Huh.
We
For
used to open,
meanings, yeah, for
and now
finding
they just
meanings.
need to like put in a word and they'll know everything.
And they can like GPD it or whatever
Exactly.
it is.
So the
Definitely.
exposure is crazy.
Looks good, man. And also, since we are talking about all your creative works, one such thing that I wanted to highlight is Wow Expressions. So, can you please tell our audience what was it behind Wow Expressions? How did you start the whole journey? And why Wow?
You know, this actually started when I was in college and doing theater, and I realized that this is such an important thing that we're doing. Of course, it's not as important as somebody studying to become a doctor or something, but I think doing plays also was. We were a group of people who really enjoyed doing that, and I realized that for some reason, art is not looked at with the kind of respect it should be. Uh, and this includes me when my parents suggested that why are you doing science when I wanted to take science in school in college, and they said you should try humanities or art because that's where your calling is. And for a minute I had tears in my eyes because that's how we've been brought
You feel
up.
that am I not that educated,
Exactly.
or do I not
Do I not have the potential to do science?
to do science? Yeah,
and
yeah,
do this
yeah.
as well because this is always secondary,
Yeah.
right? So I think I had that shift in mindset, and I realized that when you're doing art, you don't have the right support, you don't have the right space, and that's when I had my old place, and I was like, you know what? Even though I have one fan, one light, even though it's maybe not the biggest of spaces, I want to create a space where people can come and do whatever they want to. And that was the initial idea. And my best friend Dharmesh came in, and then we were like, you know what, let's do something. And then we made the first short film, which was Shush. And people in college started recognizing, and they were like, you know what, this is good. And then I think we just started. We didn't have a term for ourselves. We were just like a place that does creative
Stuff.
So we hosted around 200 open mic shows
Wow.
called Wow Saturdays, and like so many people came and performed, and now so many of them are actually actors and doing so
Lovely.
well, and you being one of them. And it's just so
Yeah.
refreshing and nice, and you just feel so proud and happy. And we never had labels that this is a production company or this we only do theater या फिर हम सिर्फ मूवीज बनाएंगे या
कुछ
हम
भी,
सिर्फ
हाँ.
ओपन माइक करेंगे. हमने वर्कशॉप्स भी किए हैं, हमने ओपन माइक्स भी किए हैं, हमने
So from performing arts to fine arts
fine
to
arts
anything,
to
anything in
everything.
arts.
We've done wedding videos, we've done food photography, we've done workshops, so many, and we've done plays which we've represented on the national and state levels. So, and we've taught a lot of kids theater and actually instill the value of what theater is. And today we're making short films and music videos, and hopefully I want to branch this out into making and creating more and more. So that is what Wow is.
So this is gonna keep
it's
on
the
increasing.
expression. You just
Okay.
express yourself, and that's what it is.
Oh wow. I can relate to it because I've been there and I know how your place looks like. It just feels home. It's too warm. And the way you guys have created it, like it's just 200,
It's a tiny-
200 square
yeah,
feet
to
something.
400
400 square feet
tiny
place,
sp-
tiny
yeah.
space. and it's just too cozy. Like anybody, especially when people like us who write, we always look out for spaces which are like very peaceful,
Yeah.
just a corner,
Yeah.
and there's some plant or something that just inspires us to write something down. I think that is the warmth that wow gives to me also. It has given to me also, so I can completely agree. And Vama, then how did you shift into Bollywood? When did that happen? When did the whole shift of entering into Bollywood happen?
So I had started working in television because of course, my eventual goal was to make movies or get into movies. But first, I got into TV and reality shows, and I did not enjoy it because I felt that, of course, it is very mechanical, right? And for me, who's somebody new and who did not realize that half of the things are scripted,
Yeah.
I was in a
That
very
is
big
very,
culture shock.
yeah.
So while I was doing that, I was also consistently pursuing opportunities to get into the industry. But I was fortunate enough to have worked with Mr. Bansali for 3 years. And honestly, that has made me who I am today. Because, and I'm not saying that I am somebody, but whatever I am today, even in my personal life, in my professional life, is all because of the guidance of him as a man, as a director, as a writer, as a composer, as an editor. And he wears so many hats. And he just, whenever he opens his mouth, it's just wisdom. So I feel extremely fortunate to have had the opportunity to learn from him and to have him as my first guru in this industry. And he's just not shaped me or molded me into becoming a more disciplined individual. He's also somewhere created this unquenchable thirst to do more because he does not rest. He does not rest at all.
Yeah.
He's just constantly, he's married to his
He
work.
thrives to perfection. I've always
Yeah,
seen that with
absolutely.
all the cinema work that he has ever done. It just shows very nicely that he thrives for perfection, and it comes out on the screen.
Yeah, and I think he has, he, you know, I wouldn't even say gifted or blessed. I think he's just so hardworking and he's just so talented that I mean, these words coming from my mouth are like
Yeah.
छोटी मुंह बड़ी बात.
बहुत, हाँ.
But he's he has this vision that nobody else can even come close to because he's so good with production design or art and so good with costumes. Like
So he does all of that himself.
everything that a Sanjay Leela Bhansali movie has a very big part of Sanjay Leela Bhansali, even if it is the smallest thing. So even if it is one carpet, there is a lot of Mr. Bansali in that one carpet. Everything in the frame.
For a director to like see the minutest parts of the particular scene, it's huge.
From your ring, from what ring the actor is wearing, to how the pallu is, to how the carpet is, or what the dialogue is going to be, he is extremely invested. And I think when you are around somebody's presence who is like that, you just want to become better.
Yeah, it inspires
Yeah,
you.
it's just constantly wanting to become a better individual
True
and a
that.
better creative person.
Definitely. I mean, your experience with him would have another podcast. We would need another
Yeah,
podcast to
absolutely.
actually listen more about his work and everything. But majorly, we got to know that you worked with him on Hira Mandi film. And as far as I know, you always wanted to do something in that particular niche what Hira Mandi actually represented. Because I think you had wrote a similar play like for that particular community of people. And when I saw Hira Mandi personally, and when I got to know that, okay, I was just so proud that, okay, I'm seeing Vama's name there, and I know her for a fact, and I know what kind of work she likes, and finally she's been able to do. What was it like to be on the set of Hira Mandi and with all the people, all the most creative peoples in that room?
Absolutely thrilling. I think it was little Vama's dream which came true. and every day on set was so the set that we had was actually like a city. So it was that big, it was that grand, it was that huge. So it just felt like we were entering that world every time. And I think eventually the aura, the vibe of the set had become such that you feel like, you've been transported back in time. So that is what it was. Everybody, of course, Sanjay sir was at the foundation of everything, but even the actors, absolutely disciplined, absolutely hardworking, and humble. So you understand that, listen, whatever you do in your life, wherever you go, you need. And this is something I've realized, that good people will always have good things come their way. And this is what that set taught me. Um, and Sanjay sir is also extremely funny. He's very funny.
Okay, this is a
So
complete different side of him.
yeah, he's very funny as well. So I think there was also like humor on the set. There was also celebration, because I think the way he uh, directs music and music like dances was an absolute treat, because I dance myself. So for me, I was just like a
Okay,
small
wow.
child. I was like, oh my god, this
Yeah,
is
what is happening,
absolutely, yeah,
everything.
this is like, my eyes were like the eyes full of wonder, heart eyes
Ha, ha, ha.
is what I felt. So yeah, it was just
One of the best. And I think when we say that we are creating a movie or a series, when people like say 100, 200 people on a particular set, it almost feels like a family. Like on the last day of shoot, it would be just like so overwhelming that, okay, we are going to get separated and now the promotional part is going to be. So, what was that feeling for you? Like, was it so close to your heart? And what was it like the last day of pack up? What were you feeling emotionally? What were you feeling?
of course, I was extremely overwhelmed. I was also very happy that, because, of course, when you're working with Sir, he is just an instinctive person who understands art so much, because a dialogue written in a certain way and the actor performing in a certain way can also change the meaning. So he would be very involved in each and every scene that was being done. So sometimes, we were like, okay, overwhelmed. Okay, we didn't even know when the schedule was ending and all. So when it ended, I think all of us were just celebrating. But then it actually hit that, oh my god, now
We are
we
not.
don't have to wake up
Uh-huh.
and go to the set anymore, or we don't have to shoot anymore. And then probably this was the last time you were seeing a few people. So it was very overwhelming.
It's all chaos, 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 and then
Chaos,
there's silent.
there is silence, and
Yeah.
then you don't even know where the silence is coming from.
Yeah.
And I think also I was privileged to be a part of the post production as well, where again I learned a lot. So I was still in the process, but a lot of my friends and I had made a very nice friend group of other ads who were my girl gang, who are still my girl gang, and
Okay.
we would meet every day. And then it just felt like, okay, now I am here, and probably they are working on other projects, and now they're at home, or uh, they are away from me. And of course I felt the void as well. But it's great that we catch up, but it's just that the feeling in itself was overwhelming.
Yeah, I can clearly see it on your face right now. And while you're telling me all the stories, I'm like, oh my God, how disheartening it would be like to not go on the set the next day and everything is just empty. And then you're just waiting for the show to actually be aired and everything.
And I also invested a lot of myself into the show. So and that was again very taxing, and I know that I'm a very young girl, and uh, I still have a lot of opportunities to come my way. But it your first is always,
More special.
yeah, it's like you just got out of a relationship which was very very
Intense.
invested, yeah,
Yeah.
intense, absolutely intense. So that is exactly what I felt. But I'm happy because it's made me what I am.
True, definitely. And what was that one particular scene from Hira Mandi that has like just stuck with you for the rest of life while you were directing it?
I think Sanjay sir was invested in everything. I think all the scenes, I really can't pick one, because all the scenes were there was something new to learn in every scene.
Yeah. And was there any moment, because as audience who has watched Hira Mandi, there have been so many times that we've just had tears going out of our eyes. Like there are 2 3 scenes where, like, there's one when Richa Chadda, so she has just acted a little bit where she's like dying for the love, and she's very depressed, and at that time, like, she's just dancing in pain. All those scenes have been directed in such a way that it actually hits the audience, and we are like literally crying. So what was that for you? Like, have you ever had that thing, experiencing that while you were shooting it? Okay, my god, this has been just so phenomenal that I have my tears out of my eyes.
You know, like every day, and I'm not even making this up, or I'm not even saying this out of my love or respect or having been there, but this is genuinely coming from my heart. Every day that Sanjay sir has directed a scene has been a day where I've gone back home thinking, wow. Like, it took me 45 to 50 minutes to get home every day from set. And honestly, the only thing playing in my head was, how did we do this scene today? And how did that scene get completely flipped from what we had expected? Like, when we read it, we're still kids learning. We're still assistant directors.
From the vision to
Yeah.
reality.
And then you have this mastermind, and then he just flips the scene completely and makes it something, and you're like, oh my god, that is why he is who he is.
Yeah, definitely.
So every day was like that for me. I think even especially for me personally, the music sequences, the sound, the song, and he's also composed the music. So, you know, he's been so in touch with the entire thing that it's natural for us to feel that way, because he was so invested in it.
Yeah. Since we are already talking about your work with Sanjay Leela Bhansali, I would like to ask, if you had to pick one of the Sanjay Leela Bhansali's work where you would have got the opportunity to work, the past ones, which would have that movie been?
Oh, absolutely, Devdas.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think that film is, it's my topmost favorite film of Mr. Bhansali, and I love Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, when you said Main Hoon Na, I knew that for a fact that
Yeah.
you're a
No,
big Shah Rukh Khan
I'm
girl.
absolutely crazy for Shah Rukh Khan, and yeah, but I think that movie also is beautifully shot.
True that. The story.
Beautifully directed. The story is so good. Everything just
They're
hits
one of the
spot.
best actresses on sets. I mean, Aishwarya
Yeah,
Rai,
Aishwarya and Madhuri.
Dixit. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it would have actually been a dream to
Yeah.
like see both of them dancing and everything.
And there are so many stories from that film. So I think I would have liked to be a part of it in all films, but that one.
That one for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And now that we are into the like full Bollywood conversation, what is that one thing that you think that it is just changing in Bollywood? Like these days, there are so many movies that are working well, not working well, and people are more into realistic work, like say, okay, real life based stories. So, what is the switch that you, as a assistant director, or like soon to be a director, what is it that you are thinking of, and what is it that you are seeing the trends in Bollywood currently?
You know, the worst trend of all time is that now movies are being shot in a certain way that it can trend on reels, or songs are being shot in a certain way, and I think we're losing the charm of what we were actually going out to do, because it's, and in terms of even real films, earlier we had this balance. Like, if you look at few years, you've got great films coming out in 1 year, and so one of the films is a rom-com, another one is a sad film, or there are different
Genres,
flavors.
huh.
Yeah, or as an audience, I'm talking as an audience.
Yeah, definitely as an
But there are too many formula films that you can see that ठीक है ये work करेगा. This is going to work a certain
So
way.
like if you see, I understand that it is completely, I don't want to get this thing out in controversy, but we always observe that there's so much about real life based issues, this and that. But I think movies are supposed to be entertaining too. And
Yeah.
Indian cinema has like just lost the charm of being entertaining. Like if I remember or I recollect, Rocky Rani was the last, oh my god, big fat like wedding kind of a thing, songs, dancing,
Yeah.
everything going around in different frames. and now what we see is like very blank, like everything is too serious. There's no what Bollywood had, the
You know,
charm.
even if it is serious, I believe there should be some kind of creative expression which is new, which I feel like I am completely game for real life stories. And for I love Neeraj Kevan, so I love stories like Masan or Gili Puchi. I love his work. And then you have real stories like Santosh, which is banned in India. And then you feel like, okay, why don't I mean, the problem with me is that audiences don't have the choice. They don't. I think are we losing the opinion, the right to opinion? Because I agree, Animal did very well, but and I have no opinion in terms of that film, that whether should that film be made or no, because I feel everybody has the right to
To
express
express.
themselves, and the audience needs to take back home what they want to. But I also believe that why is somebody stripping us off the choice to make a decision? Yeah, like to or you know, the fact that should I even have an opinion about this film, or
And then
maybe
hyping,
somebody else
the
decides.
PR is hyping the whole thing up and making the audience completely like their entire thought process has been changed because of the PRs and the news people constantly
Yeah,
going.
and maybe then you also feel that are we missing out on good films? Is because of one film another film not getting that kind of recognition that it deserves?
And this is like for so long we have been seeing in Bollywood that there have been so many good movies who's not ever got recognized, and there are movies which shouldn't have gone, like overrated ones, and they've just like gone mad with the ratings and everything.
Yeah.
So that though we have been seeing it, but now I feel that it is too much.
Also, I feel fresh voices don't have that much of support, because I'll tell you, like, if a movie, there is no problem if a movie like Pushpa or Animal, which are blockbuster entertainers, do well. But then the producers will not want to invest, or the financiers will not want to invest in films which are two tier city की एक छोटी सी फिल्म या
Yeah.
फिर real stories, because they know that it's not going to make that much money, because at the end of the day Bollywood is also a business.
True that.
So
And they have to earn money.
and that is a vicious cycle that I think we are stuck
Right
in.
now we are currently stuck. So I think investors need to be a little bit more wiseful while investing for a film.
Yeah.
Because if you know, okay, real life story kind of a thing or some two-tier city thing, Bareli Ki Barfi. Now it has story, it has drama, it has rom-com, it has everything, and it is not just a mirch masala, but a real good story thing. Then there was this one Luka Chupi,
Correct.
Kartik Aaryan and Kriti Sanon again. So those kind of cinema is something that we audience also would like to invest in. And because of this only OTT is like just going ahead and ahead in
Yeah, even if you look at a film like Superboys of Malegaon, which is such a good film, and it is a film that actually deserves for people to go and watch it in the theaters. I watched it myself thrice because I was like, this is a film I really want to support. Like, I want people to make these kind of movies, because even as assistant directors or even as people who are creating movies, cinema, it is इंस्पिरेशनल के देखो, अगर तुम ऐसी स्टोरीज बोलना चाहते हो तो तुम्हारी फिल्म भी कभी ना कभी बनेगी. So that aspiring directors like me or my friends don't have to write a formula film that पहली फिल्म बनानी है तो हमें कुछ formula लिखना पड़ेगा जो work करेगा, and then you can like you have to make like a fun film and then you can make your highway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
very much of it.
yeah. And also I think because of OTT now, it's sad, but and it's scary that people are not going to theaters as much.
The charm of that going to the theaters, removing some amount of time specifically to be entertained for 3 hours and going in the world of cinema. वो तो अभी बचा ही नहीं है. There is no mood for cinema. You're just switching it on. लोग आधी movie देख रहे हैं, आधी कल देख रहे हैं. All of that is happening.
It's just stimulation now. Because
Exactly.
we are also as people so overstimulated, right? Like right now, because you and I are talking, we are invested in this, or else we'll be on our phones and scrolling.
Definitely, exactly.
And everybody wants some kind of stimulation. That's why people don't talk to each other anymore. So OTT, I agree, it is very important. But then the question also arises that because of OTT, are we somewhere losing out on the charm of what a movie theater is. And मूवी थिएटर वाली फिल्में आप OTT पे कभी इंजॉय
नहीं देख सकते हो
नहीं कर
नहीं, so
पाओगे.
like if you see Chhawa, now that kind of a movie you will need a theater environment where you're just looking at the screen, big screen, and like just watching the whole movie, looking at each direction done for each scenes. So people like us who are looking at the technicalities and trying to learn something out of it, it is really important for us to see it in a cinema mode rather than seeing it on an OTT platform.
And you won't
then the
enjoy it
fun
in
of
that
going
way.
with your family, eating some popcorn, chilling out. I
Yeah.
think that was the OG
Experience.
Netflix and chill than the one at home. I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an experience in itself. And we're losing out on that experience right now, honestly. But that's my fear. That's my biggest fear, that I really wanted to have the opportunity, and I really want that people now coming up and becoming assistant directors, because honestly, if you get into this industry, you have to be extremely passionate, because nobody else will be able to survive. We work for 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. We don't have a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You're probably shooting for like 20 days straight
You may
without
or
a
may
break.
not get paid well, whatever.
Yeah, you have
Sometimes
to keep on
unpaid,
You
yeah.
have to keep on begging people, okay, listen, my payment is stuck, please payment khatam, like de
Exactly,
do,
yeah.
de do.
And there's no like यही दिन पे salary आने वाली है करके.
हाँ.
There's no, your payday is not there. There's no
Exactly.
payday.
And every day is important for you to be there on set, because you can't, दुनिया में कुछ भी हो रहा होगा, you will have to be on set. So being an assistant director also is a task in itself. Matlab, it's a very heroic thing, honestly, and that's might be sounding wrong, because I am an assistant director myself.
Obviously. Because the kind of efforts you put, like 12 hours straight, you have to be there.
And it's more than 12 hours, let me tell you. And if
Obviously.
you count के तैयार होके फिर घर से निकलने में भी कितना टाइम लगता है, वो भी अलग है. And then when you go to sets, you probably don't even have the best food that is provided to you. You don't even have enough time, because you need to shoot a lot in one
You
day.
have to just grab something out and everything. There's no sleep cycle, there's no food cycle. Everything is gone.
Everything is gone for a toss. And your body is tired, and so you really have to be crazy to be an
Yeah.
assistant director, or you really have to be extremely passionate to be in this industry. Forget assistant director.
For sure, yeah.
So every field requires some kind of passion, but what I've
Entertainment
noticed,
industry
entertainment
requires-
industry requires mad people. I'm telling you, you have to be crazy, because let me be very honest, assistant directors, HODs shoot for 12 hours, 13 hours. 12 hours की तो शिफ्ट होती
Shift होती है,
फिर उस पे तुम जाओ, कॉल शीट बनाओ, फिर वो सब अलग होता है.
Yeah, the
उसके
technicalities
बाद
are
भी
different.
जाएंगे, बियर पियेंगे और फिर वापस कल सुबह उठ के
फिर से
आएंगे.
उठ के आना है.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, you need to be mad like that. You need to be
True
crazy.
that. True that. And when people are like symbolizing ke Bollywood is something that it's very shady, it's this or that. It's not shady. It's just that we have to work the whole day and night.
Yeah. So
it's just that, and we are seeing the
Yeah.
same kind of people every day. We are spending more time with them than our family. There's no family. There's nothing
there's
at all.
I have no idea. One of my family member was going through a surgery, and I've not been to the hospital for all 5 days, because I was shooting, and I was shooting in Mumbai. I was coming back home every night, but I couldn't go to the hospital.
And this is just when you're shooting in Mumbai, in the same city. Imagine the same thing when you're traveling, when you're going at 10 different locations for 3 months straight.
Yeah.
So obviously, I also agree to this thing that when from my engineering, I shifted into media world, almost half of my entire family used to tell me, are you mad to do this? Why are you shifting in this thing? It has so much of hustle, so much of everything you will be requiring to do. Like today also, like I was shooting 2 to 3 podcasts in a stretch. And then I was like, okay, but I still love doing it.
Yeah.
I would not exchange this for anything at all. For even a very good life, very stable life, I would not want to exchange this thing, what
Yeah.
I get.
I think
Because
that
it
you are
gives
also
chills.
mad like us then.
Yeah, it gives chills. Because
Yeah.
when I am working, when any creative person is working in that particular part, when you are like sitting, creating something, you have that adrenaline rush. You get that directly from it. And then when we are sitting idle, we'll still be thinking about, yaar, wo scene mein I would have done that thing. Or वो पर्टिकुलर एड शूट है उसमें आई वुड हैव डन दिस थिंग एडेड दैट करके एंड वील ऑलवेज बी अबाउट के नहीं यार ये मैंने गलत तो नहीं किया है करके एंड देन वी कीप ऑन टेलिंग आवरसेल्व्स दैट आई कैन बी मोर बेटर
Yeah.
एवरी डे ईच एंड
Yeah.
एवरी डे सो
No,
या
absolutely. And
I
I
can
completely
relate.
agree with you. Uh, you need to be very passionate and you need to be really wanting to
and dedicated.
dedicated.
Even in not just this is not just for actors matlab, not just for directors and ads or people behind the camera, but especially for the people who are in front of the camera. Like they have to go through makeups, changes, this and that, and people think that their lives are very lavish and everything, but I want you to highlight the fact that how it is exactly.
For actors, it is difficult, but I'll tell you, coming to shoot is not the difficult, is half the difficult part. The part is to get till there, to get a shoot, to reach that stage जहाँ पे आप okay हो चुके हो. Because I've seen actors who've been shortlisted and then probably cancelled. And there are multiple actors जिनके साथ ये होता है. तो I think the most difficult part, even for a big actor, is to get a convincing part. And once that happens, you have to be dedicated. Like the entire unit will respect you more if you come on time, if you cooperate, if you learn your lines. Because just to make an actor stand on set and be ready, uh, it takes a village. It takes a village to make sure that they are in that position and doing the right thing at the right time. And actors who really are dedicated, and I've been very privileged that all the actors that I've ever encountered in my life have been very dedicated
They've been
and
very senior
hardworking.
actors,
Yes.
yeah.
And even for ads, actors who are new as well are dedicated. But I think that is the difficult part.
So when we say that actors have been dedicated and all, there's also a thing that I have noticed that people who have done theater, who've been radio jockey, all these kind of people, and who have done hosting, I think their trajectory of learning and being an actor in films is much faster and helpful with the director than the ones who are just like directly entering the media world.
Yeah.
So what was your like experience there? Have you like ever encountered such things?
So what I believe is that when, like we were discussing improv, so when as a theater actor or as a radio jockey or anybody in the creative field, when you have a constant practice, when you're constantly rehearsing, it's practice, right? Theater
Yeah,
karna
yeah, yeah.
bhi is, it takes a lot of confidence for you to get up on stage, act in front of 600 people,
Definitely.
and say your dialogues and have your co-actor say something wrong, and then
just make it improv on the
correct,
spot.
and then make it correct, and then still keep the story going. That already gives you a lot of confidence. So when you're on set, especially TV actors, when they come on set, they are so trained. They get a script every time. आज
Every day, हाँ.
every day की script आज मिल
Morning,
रही है
हाँ.
आपको. वो इतने trained है और वो इतने professional है कि बोला अभी sad हो जा तो अभी sad हो जाएंगे, अभी खुश हो जा अभी खुश हो जाएंगे, इसको ऐसे लेना है, इसको ऐसे लेना है, इसको layered लेना है. क्यों? I believe it's only practice. And practice दो टाइप की होती है. एक कि आप अपने डायलॉग पढ़ के उसको मैकेनिकल करो, और एक होता है कि आप एक्टिंग की प्रैक्टिस करो कि आप अपने आप को एक you can mold yourself better.
Yeah. So
mechanical नहीं करना है.
actor is basically like water. Whatever glass you are
You have
kept
to mold
in,
yourself.
You have to mold yourself. Understood.
But I personally don't believe in ratoing your dialogues because that makes you mechanical. But unless that is the demand, then you do that.
Understood. So if they want an exact to exact dialogue, then that is possible. Otherwise, most of the people can wo naturally aana chahiye. That has to come to you naturally. Understood. And what is it like for being a woman? So there has been so many times that people don't give work to a woman. They're like dicey, and especially in this industry, they don't trust much. So has that kind of thing ever happened with you, or have you ever faced such difficulties? Because especially for an AD or a director kind of a thing, they usually try to shunt a woman there.
You know what? I choose not to believe that whatever ill has happened with me is because I'm a woman, but deep down in my heart, I know that maybe it's because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
So, of course, people talk to you condescendingly. Of course, there's a lot of mansplaining.
Yeah, exactly.
People are going to come and teach you things that you probably know. People are going to, hold you in a certain way, put their arm around you, and feel it's okay, and that's
Yeah.
fine to be. And, you had another point earlier that the industry is looked upon in a certain way.
Yes, exactly.
I believe it's because I'm answering another question right now, but I believe it's because of the long working hours and because people have the freedom to do what they're doing. So you don't have to dress up like a corporate person. There are no rule books.
There's no discipline or
No, there is
as such,
discipline, but there is no rule book that is
Yeah,
followed.
the rule
that
book.
ये आपको ऐसे ही करना
जो
है.
corporate wala rule book रहता था,
Correct.
legal laws, then there is this outfit laws and
हाँ.
all these kind of
तो
things.
वो वैसा नहीं है. So it's more chill and it's a creative zone, so everybody's chill. I think, but this is in every field. If you get swayed, you get swayed. So that is how you have to maintain
And
yourself.
I also think as humans, if you are with a particular person for like 18 hours, 20 hours, you're meeting that particular person every single day, then kabhi kabhi aisa hota कि you tend to become friends, and then you lose the boundaries of that, and then
But
you are not
that's,
even knowing.
it's just glamorized because it is the industry.
Yeah.
It happens
It
everywhere.
happens everywhere,
You go
exactly.
to a corporate office right now, and if
A
God
party
ever
or
made a glass chashma, जिसमें you could detect where things are going
Yeah.
wrong, you wear that,
I think
you
it's
go there,
just
you will
that the
see
news
everything.
channels have highlighted all of this only for this
यार,
particular
you
industry.
have big actors. इंडिया में सब बड़े एक्टर्स को फॉलो करते हैं. किसी का कुछ हुआ तो वो पूरी इंडस्ट्री पे आ जाता है. ये हर सेक्शन ऑफ लाइफ में ये है. So I don't think it's only restricted to
So
the
there's
industry.
a lot of mirch masala that has been added
हाँ,
just
मतलब
for the industry.
I would see my family is very supportive that they are okay with me for working 13-14 hours, coming back home late at night, not seeing me for days, even though we're living in the same house. They have the faith in their upbringing.
Yeah.
And I to actually want people to have more faith in their children and let them get into the industry. Because coming back to the female question, whether women are
Yeah, because women are more scared to enter industry because of all of these things. So if you also like, since our families are like that we are like open to things and they understand our work and they trust us more than the outside world. So because of which we also know where we have to be bounded, where we have our own boundaries set around us. But this is not how everybody is brought up, right? So there have been so many cases where like females have been like कि नहीं यार ये कुछ तो गलत है, आई डोंट थिंक वी शुड गो इन दिस इंडस्ट्री. या फिर वो पेरेंट्स भी वो लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं कि वो इंडस्ट्री में मत जाओ, इट इज़ नॉट फॉर यू, इट has these all things, it has issues for women and all of that. And this has not been right now for cinema, but it has been there ever
a
since
while.
cinema started.
For a
So
while.
even an actress used to be considered कि ये बहुत bold है because she's in cinema, she's a very bold personality. ये consider कर लिया जाता था when it was in our parents' generation. So
But वो generation
तो
अलग
society,
था.
हाँ वो society issues खड़े. And now it is like कि वो it is not a safer thing for this to do, like it is not safe for a woman to go in the field. तो ये सब जो आ रहे, is this actually taboo or these things happen and you have to like just hold yourself well?
No, I feel, see, safety at work is a question जो यूनिवर्सल है. मतलब लैक ऑफ सेफ्टी. एंड आप कितने भी सेफ एनवायरनमेंट में रहोगे, कोई ना कोई होगा ही जो आपको कहीं ना कहीं थ्रेटन करेगा. सो अगेन आई थिंक इट इज़, आई वुड नॉट say कि if there is something wrong happening to you, you bear it. No. I am saying कि this happens in every industry. But that doesn't mean we stop people from getting into a certain industry against their wishes because we think it is unsafe.
Yeah. So how did you manage that and how did you dealt with such kind of people?
I am still
and
dealing with
kept
such
your
kind of people.
thing with yourself, like kept your opinion and let it go?
Yeah, I'm still dealing with such people. I have had a lot of condescending people. I've had a lot of people mansplain to me, and I have a problem. I cannot listen to people who are talking to me like that, even if they're saying something genuine. But if there is a tone or if there is a way which is not right, I don't like it. I have a personal experience of when I was directing a music video. I was working with a set of uh, cinematographers, uh, and I don't know whether if it was because I was a female or I don't know what. They wouldn't come to me to check the shots. They would go to my assistant director, and who's a male, or they would go to my associate, and I would be like, okay. And after a point of time, I'm just questioning, ke,
हाँ ये क्या चल रहा है
what is what is going wrong,
yeah
and is my being a woman? And of course you will start thinking like that, because
Exactly.
if there is no communication, then you will think that is it because I'm a woman that you're feeling threatened to come and talk to me.
हाँ or sometimes am I that intimidating to you
But that has been a problem, like any woman.
especially bold women are either
Yeah,
intimidating या तो
yeah.
because men want that they try to dominate some person, especially in any industry for that matter, not just for entertainment but everywhere it is the same thing. They think
Correct.
that they can either dominate her or they are getting intimidated if a woman has a stronger personality. So yeah, I can relate to you. Why? Because in our industry, when I started as a founder, also I faced the same thing. So they used to never trust
Take you seriously.
Even today, it is a database that has been given out that female founders have not been trusted well for the fundraising and for the like investors side than the male founders, and that is the main reason females have to take a lot of other ways or get a male co-founder on board.
Correct.
And I think
But
that
I
needs to
agree
be
with you.
changed.
Yeah, I agree with you. It is very difficult for people to trust you, or for people to take you seriously, more than trust you, to take you seriously. I've had producers who wouldn't talk to me when I am at Wow managing everything. We're doing the production, plus I've written and directed a certain project. I don't have the producer talking to me, and then you feel like, okay.
But
And they're
I'm
talking to
creating
my,
something good,
yeah, they're
yeah.
talking to my executive producer,
Huh.
or they're talking to my line producer, and they're talking to the, I mean, then they're not talking to me. And then I feel, is it a me problem? And then you realize it's not. It's just that they feel that the men will understand it better, and you feel like, okay, fine. And then they
You
want,
do you.
yeah. So it is there. It is
Yeah.
there. It is definitely there.
I think the society is still not moving forward in this whole thing. And वो एक चीज तो है the
It's
trust
better.
issues. But I'm
It's
still
not
okay.
there.
Yeah, it's not there only.
And I feel I am very privileged that I haven't had to experience it so badly, or it's been there, but it's been there as background. But I also feel I'm sure a lot of other people have it worse. Like, to give you an example, when assistant directors, usually the industry asks for female second seconds, and their job is to handle costumes. So many female second seconds get stuck in this loop where they cannot get out and become a second AD, because
Oh.
second AD is supposed to handle action and art,
Camera, huh.
and that is considered more of a male
Man's
or a
job.
masculine
Oh, God.
job. So I know a lot of people who are stuck in the second loop, and they don't get to become a second, or they don't get to become a first AD, because when I was the first AD on one of the ads, uh, it was a challenge for me to get people to no, they were listening to me, but for the director to take me seriously,
Oh, okay.
because they would be like, हाँ, okay, whatever,
ठीक है, बोल दिया.
हाँ, बोल रही है, and they would still listen to, let's say, a second AD, because, and I was controlling the set, the actors, the juniors, the star cast, everyone was listening to me, but then the DOP and director had,
that is going to be like restricting you from creating more, right?
yeah, and I realized why that was happening. It was only because for a moment I just took a step back, and I think the costume stylist came to me and she's like, relax, and I'm proud of you. And I know the lens with which she said I'm proud of you was not that because you're doing a good job, it's like because you're speaking. And then I just took a step back and I looked around me, and everyone was a guy. Like, there was no female, not in the costume department, except the costume stylist, not in the art department, not in the cinematography department, not in the sound department. There was no female on set behind the camera except of the costume stylist and me. And then I realized, okay, maybe you will think of
Yeah,
some things like that if
definitely,
there is no
exactly.
kind of a clear communication.
Yeah.
So that's
Hota
the
hai.
harsh reality,
True
but
that.
it's not that bad. It's not as terrible. I mean, I've heard
As
other
it
stories.
sounds.
Yeah.
And I think it's high time that women needs to show up. The more the woman will show up and stop listening to these taboos, तो ऐसा होगा कि हाँ, there's a woman gang going on, and then it is going to be the end of this whole
Yeah.
patriarchy thing.
But you know, more women are stepping into the
Yeah.
industry, which is a great thing.
Which is a good thing.
But then
exactly.
again, प्रोजेक्ट्स बंद हो रहे हैं, फंडिंग नहीं मिल रही है. तो अगर वो साइकिल नहीं रन होगी तो हाउ विल न्यू पीपल जॉइन द इंडस्ट्री. वो भी है कि आई थिंक राइट नाउ द एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री हैज़ टेकन सम काइंड ऑफ अ हिट बिकॉज so many projects are being shelved.
True.
And because of that, lack of people joining the industry has also become a
Okay.
thing. So I think the more, I think,
Do
and
you,
now
do
it'll
you
become
think
better.
it is more shifting towards short form than
I
all of
think-
this
I think vertical cinema is the future.
future?
And I'm not saying it out of, oh, I want it to be the future, but I'm saying it looks like.
And it is sad. I think it's a kind
different.
of sad.
I'll tell you, it's different. It's not what a movie theater के अंदर 70
देखने
mm
वाला,
will ever give you. It's
yeah,
not that.
it's never going to be.
It's
So like
never
the
gonna be
future generation is never going to understand what it feels like.
But vertical पे आप देखो तो सब कुछ vertical हो गया है.
हाँ, अभी हो ही गया है.
Like, so you being an
I think
influencer
the
yourself, you
attention
know.
span. So when we also like, because I'm an influencer, I know कि लोगों का attention span सिर्फ scrolling जितना ही है.
हाँ.
So either you grasp, so जो hooks की बात करते हैं, when we say reels में hooks होते हैं, ads में hooks होते हैं, so वो सिर्फ हमको 5 seconds के अंदर डालना है क्योंकि attention span ही उतना है. अगर
Correct.
उसमें कुछ वाव नहीं हुआ तो people are going to scroll you.
Correct.
And that is just so sad because we are getting more desperate. उस चीज़ के वजह से there is hypertension, there is depression issues, people are getting so anxious. I myself sometimes think that अगर मैंने एक दिन में इतना like just to get inspirations from reels, if I keep on scrolling इतना ना, तो भी my head is going to be mad.
Yeah.
I'll be so anxious कि मेरे माइंड में इतनी सारी आइडियाज़ एक साथ आई हुई है, इट्स ऑल cluttered, अब इसको पेन डाउन कैसे करूँ. And all of that is also leading to anxiety. Subconsciously, you and I do not even know कि हम लोग कितना टाइम scroll कर रहे हैं and what is leading to what mentally.
Absolutely.
So I think that is somewhere very sad.
Yeah, it is. And people getting used to, addicted to, I am also probably addicted to Instagram.
Everybody is.
and,
Everybody is.
scrolling. And I mean, when people say, no, I need my me time, अब घर पे जाऊँगा, बेड पे लेटूंगा और scroll करूँगा, that is,
And it is real. It's very
it is
real.
real. I do that. I mean, it is real. So that's why I believe that probably cinema or vertical will become a very booming.
Yeah. And even for like content creators, if you see, they have like 5-6 series ka chota whole movie. They try to stretch a movie into.
And
like,
I
and it's good.
respect that.
Huh.
I mean, I respect that you are growing with time. I respect that a movie like CTRL is made, which is talking about AI, which is
nicely
talking
done.
about. We
Honestly,
need to grow with
so
time. We need to
nicely
understand.
done. True
And
that.
of course, you draw your own boundary कि तुम कितना इस चीज़ में involve होना चाहते हो. But that is the
Eventually, you
reality.
have to
grow.
transform.
Yeah, you have to. You have to
Eventually,
transform.
anybody like any creative person has to be there. And अब हम सबको पता होना चाहिए because if we don't evolve, we are out. Just like how cinema का हुआ. From black and white, we went to color. Then from color, we went into HD, this, that. Theaters बने. And now it is all OTT, phone, उसमें आ रहा है करके.
Yeah.
So it's
So
just
you need
a
to grow
whole-
with time.
We have to grow with time करके.
I agree.
And then it will be like अभी कैसा we have theater festivals where we like stream different movies from the 80s and the 70s. वैसा अभी का होने वाला है. Like theater is going to
Maybe.
be like that.
Maybe.
Maybe that is
Maybe.
the
You
future
never
of
know.
it. Definitely. So before we begin, and up next we are going to do a small rapid fire with you, and we are going to talk a lot about movies.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm super excited.
So let's begin with rapid fire round with you and let the audience know the real you.
Okay.
Stage or screen?
Stage.
A movie that changed your life and why?
Dead Poet Society, because I think it makes me feel a certain way after watching that film and I feel extremely inspired.
Okay. Your creative happy place?
Um, Anywhere outside my house.
Okay. A role you'd like to play?
As an actor,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a difficult question. But I would love to do Manto,
Okay.
that Nawazuddin Siddiqui did. I think it's a great role
Okay. Dance or direction if you had to choose one
for like a day.
for a day?
Direction.
Okay. One line that defines your creative philosophy.
That no idea is a bad idea.
Oh, wow. Your favorite movie and why?
My favorite movie is Dead Poet Society. I also like Veer Zara a lot.
Oh,
I love Veer Zara.
I love Visa too.
Yeah,
It's just too beautiful.
it's a lovely film. I'm also watching Severance right now, which is a great show. Honestly, it's the best show I've ever watched. So yeah.
Your views on future of cinema and OTT versus like your cinema halls. What would you prefer?
I would prefer watching films in the cinema hall, of course, for the experience. But I also like watching a film cozied up in my bed.
So you don't miss out on all movies.
Yeah, so I don't miss out on all movies. So I think
Yeah.
as long as there is a balance, it's beautiful.
Exactly. Okay. One director you would like to work with apart from Sanjay Leela Bhansali and why?
Definitely has to be Wes Anderson, or it has to be Sofia Coppola.
Yeah.
I also really look up to Meera Nair. So, and Zoya Akhtar as well.
Yeah.
I think they make films which are really, really different. And also, just for the kicks of it, I would love to work with Farah Khan because
She's fun.
creates the best comedy ever.
She's fun.
Yeah, she's extremely fun.
Understood. One book that you have read and it has just been there with you the whole time.
I read a book called A Place Called Freedom
Okay.
by Ken Follett, and it's been with me for stayed with
Okay.
me.
An actor or actress that you always love the most?
Shah Rukh Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay, such a big Shah Rukh Khan girly, na?
Very,
One
very
day you
big.
get to work with Shah Rukh Khan.
I'll
I just
faint.
hope.
I will.
I
I,
just
I am
hope.
praying, and I have so much confidence that I'm going to be like, sir, we're going to make a movie together, and I'm going to direct. And I just hope I can see that, and I hope that happens. But I love him.
That is going to happen for sure. But just don't faint, please.
I will. I know it. It's something I can't control.
First day on the set, director has just fainted.
Yeah, I'll faint. As an AD, as a director, even if he
Anything,
like walks
huh?
past me in a cafe, I'm going to faint. So
Okay, got it. A biopic that Bollywood has never made, but it should definitely look to.
I don't know if a biopic has never been made, but I think one should be made on Begum Akhtar's life.
Okay.
She was a singer, and I actually read a lot about her during as research for Hira Mandi, and I learned that she was a very noble and a very big singer, and her life is worth.
Understood. And one last question for our rapid fire is going to be influencers as actors is a trend going on. And so, what would you prefer? Influencers being an actor or actors being actors?
Why can't influencers be actors as well is my question. I'm saying if you are hiring somebody to do a project for you as an actor because they are an influencer, then probably that is wrong because they won't be able to do justice. But if an influencer is a good actor, they definitely should be considered. I have worked with an influencer in one of my music videos, and he was a really good actor as well. And I think that was kind of an untapped energy. And I was really happy to be working with him. But at the same time, if I just pick some random person who might be
Good following and everything.
yeah, and that is how people are actually casting nowadays
Yeah,
as
exactly.
well. But एक्टिंग का हुनर उनमें होना चाहिए. तो मुझे नहीं लगता ये डिस्कशन भी मतलब जब वो नेपोटिज्म वाला डिस्कशन जैसा हो गया है, तो जब तक कोई डिजर्व करता है तो उसमें कुछ गलत बात नहीं है.
You have to bring the face out there.
Yeah, if somebody
because
is a
these
good
days there
actor-
are so many people. So coming out of the whole rapid fire thing, I have also noticed that people ask कि आपका following कितना है at the time of auditions. This has started now, very well started. So actors, struggling actors also try to be influencers and then they prefer कि यार हमारा reach होना चाहिए. So only we'll be getting the role. So do you think that is really, really very needed, or is it fair that is happening?
See, I'll tell you, I believe that even becoming an influencer takes a lot of effort.
True.
It is
very
no, you
true.
cannot deny that consistently making content and posting it out there also requires a lot of
Huh,
effort.
and that you are only editing, you are only scripting, you are only doing
You're
the
doing
whole thing.
everything.
Everything. So you are only the person
So
there.
if you're out in the search to be an actor, or if you have that talent, and if that talent has been noticed by a casting company or a director, and then you've been approached, that's great. But if you've been approached being half a good actor that you are, probably not even wanting to be an actor, and because you have,
For the
let's say, a
fame
1
you are,
million
हाँ.
follower, तो अगर उसके लिए अगर आपको कास्ट किया जा रहा है और अगर आप एक्टिंग एबिलिटी नहीं है आप में, तो आई डोंट थिंक दैट शुड बी डन. आई अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम द बिजनेस परस्पेक्टिव दैट दे विल ब्रिंग इन अ लॉट ऑफ ऑडियंसेस, बट that's not fair, I feel.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely not
yeah.
fair. You need to give the right opportunity to the right people out there.
There can be two different people. One, an influencer who wants to be an actor, and one, a struggling actor who's really waiting for a chance. Maybe the struggling actor's मेहनत है,
Dedication.
बट उसका टैलेंट उतना अच्छा नहीं है जितना एक इन्फ्लुएंसर एक्टर का शायद है. तो फिर हम एक्टिंग के बेसिस पे जज करें.
Yeah, so basically at the end of the day, it's the artist's skill that needs to be judged rather than the face
wherever
value
they come
following
from,
everything.
yeah.
Because fame एक बार तुम अच्छा आर्टिस्ट करोगे, अच्छा परफॉर्म करोगे तो आने ही वाली है करके. So I think that needs to be more focused. Amazing, amazing. Such a nice this thing that has come out of this rapid fire. Lastly, before we close this entire conversation with you, I would want to know more about what are your future goals for Wow Expressions.
Honestly, I really want to expand this into a proper production and which can make good movies, and movies that actually have a voice of their own. For now, I want to be able to make. I want to start with making short format, so short films and advertisements. Short films and music videos is something we already got, but I really want to branch out to making
Further.
ads as well. And I think eventually, once the team is a little bit more refined with the experience, making movies is the ultimate goal. And making movies that matter is the ultimate goal.
Yeah. What is that one genre that you in your future, like, let's just manifest it here and here
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
couch.
yeah. I am
okay?
all in for
In for
manifestation.
manifestation. That what is that one genre that you wish that should be your first movie out there for all the audience, like the big first movie completely directed by Vama has to be of this particular genre. I'm not telling the idea, I need the genre.
Okay, I have actually written a feature film, which is a fantasy drama. So I hope I get to make that, but I don't mind. I mean, I know I can direct a comedy as well, and I can direct a fantasy drama as well. And if God and if the stars are aligned and if things happen in the right way, and if I get the opportunity, I would like to make it.
Definitely. I so wish that you get to do this.
Yeah.
And if you actually get to do this, since you have spoken it, we need some credits here.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
We're gonna take 20% or something from your whole
Absolutely.
thing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because money, obviously.
yeah, absolutely. I agree. मुझे तो बस पिक्चर बनाने का मौका दे दो, मैं उतने में खुश हूँ.
बना देंगे हाँ बाकी कुछ नहीं. Obviously mad passionate people who
Mad
don't-
passionate people.
mad passionate
yeah.
people.
And
yeah.
I hope all other assistant directors also who've been really slogging for so many years and are really wanting to make a film get the right channel to.
I used to say this thing to a lot of people कि अगर तुमको पैसा बनाना है ना तो तुम ये इंडस्ट्री मत चूज करो because it's going to be very slow for you.
yeah.
You have to keep that patience of
Yeah.
making money and actually reaching out that point of fame. उसको बहुत टाइम लगने
और आप
वाला है.
पैसा बना भी लो, बट आप पैसा फिर आप इतने
डालोगे।
इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हो कि पैसा यूज कब करोगे.
हाँ,
पैसा
exactly.
वो भी है.
हाँ तो तुमको पहले तो आपकी लाइफस्टाइल फिर मेंटेन करने में वही पैसा जाने वाला है. सेकंड यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट टाइम ऑफ योर लाइफ ओनली. आपको टाइम लाइफ क्या है वही देखने नहीं मिलने वाला
I
है.
agree with you 110%.
So don't come in the entertainment industry if you want money.
Yeah.
Come if you're passionate.
Come if you're passionate,
And
yes.
if you have a creative vision.
Yes,
For
absolutely.
sure. It was such a nice time discussing all of these things. I think we are meeting after 6 years and we've been involved in our work lately so much. But it's so good to see you.
Yeah, it's so good to
and-
be here. And honestly, thank you so much for having me. And I just feel so good talking to you. And it's just been so smooth. And it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was just like two friends yapping.
Yapping, yeah. It was just yapping.
Just yapping session.
yeah, yapping session and catching up
Yeah,
on
catching
everything
up
that's
on
happened.
everything. Definitely.
Yeah.
Are you a old movie person or a new movie person?
I am a movie person.
Oh,
तो आप
okay.
ओल्ड हो या न्यू मूवी
तो हम
दिखाओ?
फिर कहीं पे कुछ देखने जाएंगे
अरे
डेफिनेटली
डेफिनेटली अभी तो री रिलीज भी हो रहा है तो सब
री
कुछ हो रहा
रिलीज
है
वाले देखेंगे
Re-release वाले
आई
देखेंगे
एम
कुछ
सो इन फॉर दैट थिंग ना री रिलीज वाला
Absolutely. Let's watch a re-release film.
Done for sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
It was so good to have this
Yes.
whole thing. Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Mama,
much.
for giving your time and efforts to actually be there on the show. And I'm so happy that viewers are going to get this whole thing and this side of yours. And let's see who loves your side, and maybe your film gets featured.
Yeah, who
Yay.
knows? But thank you so much for having me here, and it's honestly a privilege to be here. And I am so happy and so proud of everything that you've done. And I just hope you call me again after another 6 years,
sure.
and both of us
And
are
now
somewhere
as,
else now.
as not as an assistant director
As
or
a director
as a
and
director
as
of a
a-
good
yeah, yeah.
commercial film.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely. Yes, for sure.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Mama.
much.
This is it for today. I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching this whole episode. Thank you so much for sticking it till the end. And for more such content, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that it helps us and gives us motivation to create wonderful content. And thank you, Mama, for today's episode.